Hi, welcome. Today we'll be doing Leetcode 13, Roman to integer. So this problem basically is very simple. The whole idea is you have the database of the symbols mapping to the values, right? And the objective here is giving any symbol or giving a list of symbols, convert it to the year. That is the whole idea. Though it is an integer, but it's technically the year. So there are a few constraints that we're given, like I highlighted there, but try to solve the problem without focusing on the constraint, right? For the meantime, just try to do as if the constraints were not there. This is a simple problem. You with the database that is being given at the top there, you know that this is a key value pair, and definitely you have to do a dictionary, and you map each symbol to the value. And by so doing, you are able to like loop through each character that is being sent and then get the corresponding value and then add, right? So simple, right? You realize that when we run the test, some of the test cases passes, and then the last one does not because it has some of the constraints, right, that were listed below. So how do we fix this? There are several ways we can go about it. I found this to be very intuitive. But personally, my approach would be to try and loop through the entire set and then try and get a map or a dictionary of the constraint itself. So as I'm looping, I just make sure that I take two values at the same time, right? And I check the constraint dictionary. If the value exists, I eliminate it. If the value exists, I just pick the corresponding value, right? And then I just treat it as an exception. And if it doesn't exist, I treat it as what we were previously doing. So if you see, that's what I'm doing here. The while loop is just to make sure I go through every item and then pick the two characters. I already have a dictionary of the constraint up there. Then I check if those values are in the constraint. If they are, I just add the values, and then I move the iteration, the pointer. Okay, I skip it by two. The reason I'm skipping it by two is because I'm taking two values at the same time. So anytime I find a corresponding value, I know that I have checked two values, so I need to move the pointer forward, right? And then continue. The purpose of the continue here is to make sure that I don't run whatever is below it. So yeah, this is the final piece of code. I have my dictionary, I have the constraints. Um, uh, I basically built a dictionary of the constraints and then treated a constraint in an if statement. And once that goes through, everything else goes through. Thank you. Let me know if you enjoy this kind of quick videos. So at the end here, you see me adding the complexity, the time complexity at every point that uh, at each flow where the flow is affecting the time complexity. So yeah, that's it.